27 years after Billy Ray Cyrus became an international superstar with the single Achy Breaky Heart, he finds himself back in Canada. In fact, in Toronto, where the Toronto song helped break his career 27 years ago.
It's as simple as Les Payette heard that something big was happening for this kid out of Kentucky that was playing just a little bar down there. Broncos Lounge in Richmond, Virginia is where I was at, but I was playing several clubs. Huntington, West Virginia, the Ragtime Lounge, Broncos in Richmond, a couple places in Myrtle Beach, and my record was 8 months away from coming out. It was almost a year away from coming out. But Les Payette somewhere heard that something was happening, and he sent Joe Warmington down with a camera, and I think he was even carrying like a little dictaphone of some type, maybe,
Yeah.
but something like that. And but at first, when I first met Joe, I wasn't expecting anybody to even be thinking. I wasn't thinking the Toronto Sun even knew I was on the planet. I'm not sure the Richmond Daily knew I was on the planet. But I just happened to be taking a break. We were practicing that day, me and the band, and I took a break and I went and sat outside of it. It was a little shitty band house that we lived in, and I was sitting out the window, my feet's dangling, boots, these same boots was on my feet. And I was sitting there dangling out the window. These boots were new at the time. And so it'd be 30 years I've had these. And Joe took this picture, and then the story, just before I even knew it, there was this big photo spread, and it said, "Is this man the next Elvis?" And that started a whole thing, even in the U.S., it started here and went to the U.S. You probably heard me say earlier, I got my first gold record in Calgary.
Billy Ray Cyrus finds his career in the middle of a resurgence now, thanks to his involvement in a country rap song called Old Town Road. In fact, it is the third biggest single in the history of Billboard. Could you have imagined it happening, coming around again in the same big way?
No, I never imagined it. I really didn't. All I know is I make music now for the same reason I made music then, is I love it, and I feel like there's purpose in my music, of not only through my life but through the music, and I pray for the wisdom and vision to find that purpose. With this song, Old Town Road, all I knew when I heard the cut of it, like Lil Nas had out on TikTok, number one, I didn't know what TikTok was. So immediately I took a lesson on what is the future of music, and I'm a student. I want to learn what else is out there. And I saw TikTok, and I saw a young man that had a hook and something that just felt infectious about that song. From the second I heard it, I thought, it just feels like a hit. And, the obvious comparison for me, not in comparing the song, but I know that it felt to me exactly like the first time I heard a song called Don't Tell My Heart. Mm-hmm. I go, man, I don't know what that is, but I sure do love it.
Cyrus hasn't forgotten Canada. In fact, he's coming back in September to co-host the Canadian Country Music Awards with one of our own country stars, Dallas Smith. It's a new friendship.
Know each other now.
We found a common denominator here between us. It's Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
And I've always been a Bryan Adams fan, and you should tell them just tell me how you met Bryan Adams.
I'll do a nicer version of it. But so my wife, when we first started dating, Kristen, she lived in Kitsilano, and she actually was the secretary at Warehouse Studios, Bryan Adams' famous studio in Gastown. And the first time I met Bryan, we've been dating for a while, Kristen and I, and walked in, and huge fan of him. There's Bryan Adams standing behind my wife, Kristen, and she's sitting down at the desk. And I walked in. He goes, "Hey, are you the one banging my secretary?" I was like, "Yes, Bryan, I am the one." And we chatted. That was actually just after I recorded some stuff and getting into this genre and releasing music. And I talked to Bryan about I was nervous about some of the influences I was bringing into country radio at the time, and he said, man, just make music you want to make, enjoy it, make sure that you believe in what you're doing, and then the rest will just happen for you. And that was kind of and then he just took off and went up the stairs, and just like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do what I want to do, and I like it. If I like it, then hopefully there's a bunch of people out there that feel the same way. So
I love being with Dallas, and I just feel like there's something natural there. And again, less is more for me. If I try to make something out of it, I'll mess it up. But I think if we just let music be the saddle, we should be able to hang on and ride pretty good, I think.
yeah, there's going to be so much energy in that building, too. I think I've just learned, just feed off of that energy and just spit it back out at them. And it just kind of keeps rolling. Yeah.